I welcome you all to MOOC's course entitled Community Engagement and Social Responsibility. We will be discussing Unit 1 titled Community Engagement. Unit 1 is divided into two modules. The first module of Unit 1 focuses on the concept, ethics, and spectrum of community engagement. In the third part of Module 1, we will be studying about the various spectrum of community engagement. In the previous part, we studied about the origin of community development and community involvement.
Now, we'll talk about the spectrum of community engagement. Basically, what is the spectrum of community engagement? We have discussed that community engagement or the involvement, how much the people are involved with the particular community and how much active participation they are taking. So, this particular engagement or involvement not comes at time. Okay, it takes time. It is a gradual process when you are increasing the level of your involvement in the particular community. So like here, the 5 stages are there, phases are there. First is informing, second is consulting, third is involving, fourth collaborating, and fifth is empowering. So we'll discuss one by one all these stages and how the community involvement improves with the help of these spectrum. So for increasing level of community involvement, impact its trust and communication flow will understand. So here you can see the first point which was there in the previous slide as informing. Informing talks about the lowest level of community involvement. Now what it means, in the other words, we call it as outreach. Okay, as I given the example of DI, the outreach program is there by setting a medical camp. We are providing the medical assistance facilities to the villagers. Other than that, we are engaging their children also in some by providing some education, the knowledge and some other hobby classes. Okay, we conduct for them. So here what happened, it is basically you can say the involvement of community is at some level. So we call it as some community involvement. Now here what happened, the communication flow from one point to the other in the form of inform. So what happened, the person or who has started that particular community for the well-being of a particular group, they will start sharing the information which is relevant for the particular community or for their well-being. Okay, we are not expecting any participation or active involvement from the side of the villagers. Here what we are doing, that suppose first level will identify what are the problems these villagers are facing. Now to solve that problems, suppose they are facing the problem related with their farming or agriculture operations. They are not well aware about the advanced technologies which we use for the agriculture purpose. So in that case, we provide them some guidance, some training, some knowledge about those techniques or will help them. The same way, we know that the employment is the major problem. So how can we improve or enhance their skills so they can get some kind of employment? So here what happened, the villagers are not taking the active participation, only we are informing for this. So in this case what happened, the outcome will come that we are trying to give our best information to the community for their overall development. So here we talk about that minimum or the low level or some form of community involvement is there. Now the next stage what happened, we talk as consult, and as we have mentioned in this spectrum, it is consulting. So in this case what happened, instead of some community involvement, in this case more community involvement is there. More community involvement means the communication flows to the community and then back answer seeking. What it means, that in the previous case we were only giving the information as per the requirement of that particular village or the community, okay, for their well-being, but they were not doing anything, they were not responding they were just taking that information and but in case of more community involvement, what happened? Now you will start conducting the form of feedback sessions, like whatever steps you have taken for their well-being. So you will start asking, is there any improvement you have realized after receiving the particular training which we have provided? Or you can take the another example, like government initiatives are there, Jan Dhan Yojana or other thing. So now after implementing these things, they are taking the feedback from the particular community for which they have started this scheme, whether there is some improvement in your financial position or not. Are you now able to support your family independently or not? So that in this case, what happened? Some minimum level of communication will start in the form of answer seeking from the side of the particular community as well. Okay, for whom we are basically working. Now, at the third level, it comes the involve. Okay, so we'll involve means here the better community involvement. So you just see what is happening here. First, at very first stage, first level, it was the some community involvement. Then it passes from some to more community involvement, and then we move to the better community involvement. Now, in better community involvement, what happened? The communication flows both ways. Okay, you can say participatory form of communication is there. Like in the previous case, the answer seeking or the feedback type was there. But now here it starts the participative form of communication. So here what happened? The participative involvement is there. Now the villagers or the particular community will also start participating that what they want. They also start telling from their side where they are lacking, what type of support they need. Okay, so that earlier what we were doing, we were finding out what are the requirement, what are the problem these villages are facing, and then we were trying to provide the relevant information to take care of those problems. Now here, when the involvement will increase, so villages will also come in front and they will also discuss about their problems and the issues and look for the possible solution. That is at this stage of involve. Now the fourth stage comes the collaborate. Okay, here the actual community involvement is there. Now here the communication flow is bidirectional, and what is the difference from the previous one? Here the partnership with the community on each aspect of the project, from problem to the solution or the issue. Okay, so here what happened? The villagers are not giving about their problems, but also they are talking about their solution, that this is the problem and how we can handle the particular problem. So they are giving the possible solution also, like they are telling the problem and what type of support they require from us. So that is also, so here what happened? The involvement is more, so we say that there is community involvement. And finally, the last stage, once the community involvement has been generated, then there will be the shared leadership. Now shared leadership is basically the strong bidirectional relationship. What it says, the final decision making is at community level. What happened? Here some entities have formed and the strong partnership structure would be developed. The both will work together and come with the feasible solution, and which solution they have to basically implement. Okay, that also they both will decide together, because may be possible some of the real life or ground level challenges the villagers are more aware instead of you. Okay, if we are going to implement by this way, so what type of issues may come. So they both will take the final decision. So outcome is basically the broader health outcomes, okay, and the broader well-being of the society, and more trust will be developed by this way. So this is about the spectrum of community engagement, which started from some involvement to shared leadership or the partnership or strong bidirectional relationship.
Hence, in this part, we studied about the various spectrum of community engagement. In the next part, we will study about the importance of community engagement and crisis communication.
Thank you.